So students, we were talking about the privatization. Before 1991, all the industries were under direct control of government. Public sector enterprises were playing a dominant role. But the profitability and the regulation of these public sector companies were compromised because there was involvement of corruption and the government officials, bureaucrats were not working with full efficiency, and the result was our economy was suffering. We are not able to produce goods and provide services that were required to our citizens. And if the industrial units are not generating profit, then our economy will suffer at a great extent. You can witness the development of any prominent country, the role of government and the efficiency of government regulation plays a very important role. If the public sector units are working on good profit, then only your economy will grow and prosper. If the public sector enterprises are generating loss, they are not making any profit, then you cannot expand your operations, you cannot provide support to the infrastructure development projects because there is lack of capital. Okay, that's why the need of privatization was felt, and in 1991 privatization started. Government started diluting its ownership, which is called disinvestment. If the shares of the enterprise is being sold and the ownership of government comes less than 51%, then the organization will not be called public limited, it will be private limited. It is the boundary line. If it is diluted, then the ownership is being transferred in the hands of private players. So it helped the government in increasing the profitability, and the PSUs that were paralyzed were closed by the government. The machines, land, all these things were sold in the market, and money was introduced in the economy through different tactics, different types of mechanisms, and that provided us an edge, and our infrastructure developed. We were able to finance our development projects, canals, roads, bridges. All these things helped in the economic development. If you are not able to provide proper communication, transport and storage, then your economy will suffer, because for service and supply chain you need good roads to ensure that the mobility of goods take less time, the wastage of fuel is controlled, and in this manner the cost of the product will go down and profitability will increase. So if the cumulative effort of government and private players accumulated, and in this way India started coming on the global platform. Now Indian companies were building confidence to compete at the international market. So privatization played a very important role. Some key aspects of privatization are mentioned in your book. Disinvestment of public sector, setting up a board of industrial and financial reconstruction, BIFR. It was a prominent step. It promoted and revised the sick units in public sector enterprise that were suffering loss. Dilution of stake of government, as we talked about, the 51% benchmark. All these things helped the government in building a good platform and reviving our economy. Last aspect is globalization. Globalization means you are interconnecting yourself with the other nations. You are increasing your foreign trade. You are developing trade relation with the companies and other nations across the globe. Then you are called globalized. Even if you are working in a very remote location, your product is competing the market with the products from different countries, different origin. So it is said that In this scenario, you can act local, but you have to think global. You cannot deny the global competition. If you have to survive in the market, you have to face the global competition. If you are manufacturing even a small soap, the multi-brand soaps from different companies, some domestic and rest are the global ones are available in the market. So you cannot deny the foreign players in your even in your rural market. So this is depends on you how you are capitalizing on that. If you are taking it in positive manner, it will increase your profitability. You will feel confidence in your business activities. You will enhance the features of your product, and you will prepare yourself for the global competition. If you are of conservative mode, then you will shy away from this competition, and ultimately you will be washed away from the market. So you cannot neglect, you cannot deny, you cannot avoid this globalized economy. All the economies are interconnected. Countries are dependent on other countries. So this interdependence paved the road for globalization. If you are living in a closed economy, if you are working in a conservative manner, then you cannot compete with the global competitive scenario, and ultimately your customers will suffer. The wide variety of choices that are available in the market for a single product, for a single basic need, there are different types of products that are available in the market to satisfy your need, want and demand. This is the beauty of globalization, and ultimately the customers are enjoying this competition. There is a pressure to lower the prices, and customers are enjoying this competition because prices are lower. If you are going to a monopolistic market, the manufacturer is free to quote any price for his product. But if there is competition, around 5 to 6 companies are offering same type of product, then there will be a pressure to lower the cost. Even if the products are of same quality, the pressure of lowering cost will provide an advantage to the customers. Okay, so it is the most prominent advantage to the customers that is resulting through this globalization. Okay, so some other aspects of globalization are mentioned in your book. Import liberalization. Earlier, huge import duty was charged on imports from other nations. It was relaxed, and now we are dealing in foreign trade with much ease. The regulatory bodies, the Act, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act (FERA), was replaced by FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Okay, means government is supporting foreign trade. Rationalization of tariff structure, abolition of export duty, reduction of import duty, all these things played cumulative role, and our foreign trade prospered. And in this manner, the prosperity of our